Hello and welcome to episode 44 of the Footy with Fletch podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Issy Bacon. Issy was selected by Richmond with pick 13 in the 2023 AFLW draft. Hello, Issy. Thanks for joining me today on the podcast. How are you
Thanks,
doing?
Lester. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. It's great to talk to you. Obviously, your life journey is really interesting. You were born in Melbourne, but moved to Vancouver. What was it like living in Vancouver?
Oh, I don't remember too much of it because I was 1 years old to 5, but I do remember learning how to ski from a very young age when I was 2 years old. So I learned how to ski when I was over there, and don't really remember too much, but it was a fun experience to live overseas.
And have you been back to Vancouver since you've been back in Australia?
Unfortunately, no. I definitely want to go back with the family. We have heaps of family over there, family and friends. So hopefully in the future, definitely would love to go back.
And what was it like to, I guess, grow up skiing as a first sport, I guess?
Yeah, it's so different to my other friends that grew up here, but it was definitely a cool life experience. Just I was by myself on the slope, so that was something weird to think about. But no, great life experience. Yeah, just it was yeah, it was so cool. Like a huge tick off the bucket list, really.
And you played a lot of sports growing up. You were involved with skiing, basketball, netball, cross country, and athletics. That's a wide variety of sports. Do you have a particular favourite out of that mix?
Or it would probably be basketball and athletics, but I love them all really.
And with basketball, you went on to play basketball, rep basketball. You wanted to be a professional basketballer. Can you tell me a little bit about your basketball journey?
Yep. Well, my mum played a lot of basketball when she was growing up. She probably could have gone to college over in America if she wanted to, but she decided to stay in Australia, and so she has a great basketball background and knowledge. So she coached me, and I just found the love for basketball and love the competitiveness and the team attributes as well.
And what was it like being coached by your mum? It must have been quite the experience.
Well, she coached me in a couple of other sports, netball as well. So I didn't mind it. Like yeah, great sporting background, good coach. Know when she's angry or mad, or when I've done something great. Yeah, no, she was great.
And you mentioned netball as well. What was that
Yep.
like to play netball?
Yeah, so I don't know why I played netball. My mum never played netball, and she obviously playing basketball, she didn't really understand netball, but I played netball and basketball at the same time, and they kind of worked well together. I played center in netball, so a lot of running. And I just like the team attribute as well.
And what position did you play in basketball?
Or I was a point guard when I was younger. But when I was getting older, I played more of a shooting guard and more of like the tagging defending role.
And you also played with the Melbourne Tigers. What was that opportunity like?
Yeah, it was great. It was when I got into my first rep team for Melbourne Tigers, I was actually the train on player. So I was the 11th player in the bottom team. And my coach just saw me develop, and I became the starting five player, which was a huge attribute for me to trying to work my way up. But no, it was great. It was a great experience, and I've never really been in that situation before, playing at a rep level.
And you also tried for the state team on multiple
Mm.
occasions, but
Yep.
never made it. How difficult and how tough was that for you?
Yeah, that was very tough. I wanted to become a WNBA player or go to college. So that was tough in my journey to try and crack a state team and try and push myself to the next level. I just took it as a learning curve and decided to understand what I'm not doing right, or what recruiters, I guess, aren't seeing. So it was tough, but I definitely learned from those outcomes.
And do you ever see yourself going back to playing basketball in the future if that opportunity or your love for playing basketball
Yeah.
comes back?
Yeah, if that opportunity was to, I guess, come up, then I would think about it. I think I love watching basketball. I definitely do miss it. So hopefully maybe one day. Yeah, we never know.
You could be like your teammate Monconti and play
Yeah,
basketball
exactly.
along with
Yeah,
footy.
yeah, she's a big inspiration to me, and I would love to be at her level one day, just to play basketball and footy.
When did you sort of fall out of love with playing basketball?
I just think when I wasn't cracking the ones teams and wasn't getting in a Vic Metro side, I guess I saw that my basketball career was going to be ending soon, and I guess just I guess like the feel around the club, it started to drop away from me, and I didn't have as much love for it. So it's probably when I started to realize I probably should switch and start playing footy.
And when, I guess, did your love for footy sort of come about?
Yeah, well, my parents grew up in country New South Wales, so they played rugby league and touch footy. They never played AFL, but when they moved down here, we started watching heaps of AFL. We go for Sydney Swans, so just ever since like a young age, moving back from Vancouver, we just watched heaps of sport, heaps of footy, basketball, all that. And we definitely went to a lot of footy games.
Do you still have a soft spot for the Swans?
Oh, definitely. I definitely do have a soft spot for the Swans. I love the Swannies, and definitely still support them.
And who were some players that you idolised growing up?
Well, I didn't really idolize too many. Definitely as the AFL women started, it was Erin Phillips. Obviously she's got that basketball background, but I kind of idolize every single player. Just watched heaps of footy from a young age. So, yeah, pretty much everyone.
And who have been some of your favourite AFLW players in recent years, I guess?
In recent years, definitely Mon Conti, which is so surreal that I get to play and train with her now. Also Ellie McKenzie, um, Jazz Fleming, Charlie Rowbottom. I think those players are similar to my playing style attributes.
Absolute stars of the competition. And you returned and you focused on footy again at the end of 2022. What was it
Yep.
like to return to the footy oval?
Oh, it was great. It was such a good feeling just to be back and playing and just and enjoying playing out there and having fun and smiling and getting to play with old friends, and yeah, just loving the experience.
And why did you want to return to playing footy, I guess?
I just think at that stage I had more I felt more excited to play footy than basketball, and when I knew I was going to stop playing basketball, just giving footy a try again.
And you played with the Port Melbourne Colts in
Yep.
junior footy. How long did you play for them before you sort of switched to basketball and netball?
It was probably from under 12s to maybe top age 14, so not too long.
Going back to footy, you returned last year. When you returned, did you have an ambition to get drafted or did you think you would get drafted?
Oh, I had no clue that I would be getting drafted. That was definitely not in my mindset. I didn't have that goal to strive for. I didn't really know that I could be capable of that. So I just wanted to play footy. I just wanted to play footy at a higher level for the Sandy Dragons. And just to get back into the sport and just enjoy playing, and yeah, definitely did not have that goal for the AFL draft.
And with the Sandringham Dragons in 2023, you came through via the next generation and interleague pathways. You were the I guess one of the only the top age players to be added to the squad last year. What was
Yeah.
that like for you? Was it a bit weird or what was it like?
Yeah, it was definitely weird. It was quite nerve-wracking just because I was that older player coming through the next gen program that I missed out a couple of years earlier. And seeing the girls at Sandy the same age as me already being in the program for 2 or 3 years. So it was quite weird feeling. But they were all so welcoming and great group of girls, great group of coaches. So I definitely found my feet at the club and yeah, all very welcoming.
And you look at some other AFLW players who have played for a couple of years in the Talent Pathways program in the Coates Talent League. What was it like to only play 1 year?
Oh, it was a great year. I definitely, if I could do it all again, I think just to have maybe 1 year, one more year under my belt, in the program, it would have been great. But I think I made the most out of last year, and just had fun, really.
And was there a particular moment last year where you thought, oh, gee, I might be a chance of getting drafted here. I'm good enough to go to the next level?
Yeah, it was it was the night where we found out that a number of girls had been selected for Vic Metro to try out. So that was really the moment where there's actually recruiters and coaches that see me and want me to try out for Vic Metro. And when I got selected for Vic Metro, that was just like a huge sigh of relief. Like I've finally done it. Whereas for basketball, I never got selected for a Vic Metro team. So it was just finally and like thankfully they've seen me.
And what was that like to be a part of the Vic Metro program?
Oh, it was such a great experience. Great group of girls, so like really good coaches. And getting to be in a group where every player they're so talented and being amongst that and getting to like thrive off of each other's playing attributes and strengths and getting to travel. It was such a great experience.
What is the travelling aspect like with footy? Because obviously you travel interstate and what is it
Yeah.
like to I guess get away with your teammates?
Yeah, the whole experience is so surreal because you're flying with your teammates, you're wearing your colors, your jersey, all that. You're getting to the hotel and you're all together and you're um like looking at the team review the night before and getting to the oval all together. It's just so like it's such a great experience and it's the best thing about playing in a team sport.
And you're a tackling machine. You averaged over 7.8 tackles last year in 2023. Do you think tackling's one of your biggest attributes with your game?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love the physicality and the aggression, and I love to tackle. So when playing basketball, obviously you can't you can't foul. It's not really contact. So I have a younger brother, so would always when at younger age playing footy would always just try and tackle him, and yeah, I love to tackle.
And you also averaged 13.8 disposals last year. What did you make of your season last year? We'll touch on the best and fairest a little bit later as well.
Yeah, it was a huge step up from junior footy. Um, I just wanted to make the most out of it and I guess just focus on the process and not the outcome. So just focus on game day, what I can control, what I can contribute to the team. So I was very happy with how my season went.
And you won the under-18s best and fairest of the Sandringham Dragons. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, that that meant a lot just to get that award and to see look back on the season and the year and to see how far I've grown and progressed. That was a huge honor to get that award.
And you also won the Vic Metro Coaches Award in 2023. What was that like as well?
Yeah, that was just obviously a huge honor as well, but it was so good to see that the Vic Metro coaches and players saw me as a player that really contributed to the team and put the team first before myself. So that was huge.
And you also won the Port Melbourne Colts Best and Fairest, under 18s Best and Fairest.
Yeah.
What was that like for you too? You've won a lot of awards last year, which is probably a key of your dedication to footy.
Yeah. No, I haven't really, it's so different from basketball because I did win a couple of awards for MVP, but it was huge to see I guess my growth in junior footy and winning those awards. Yeah, it was so great and very honoured to get those awards.
And you also played 3 games for Vic Metro last year. What was that opportunity like, and what was it like to play with the girls?
Yeah, no, it was such a good experience. Very honored to be able to have that journey and experience, and to be finally selected for a Vic Metro side was great. I loved playing with those girls, loved playing against the other teams like Allies, SA, and Country. Like, just to see other players and other teams' strengths. It's a huge talent of players, and yeah, very, very honored to be able to do that.
Are there any girls that you played against that you'd like, gee, I want to play against you again in the
Yeah, oh,
AFLW?
I think from playing with Vic Metro, I would love to play against Lauren Young. Obviously she just did her ACL, which sucks, but I would love to play against her. I also think the younger players that are going to get drafted this year, like Ash Sentra, she's amazing. Lulu Field, Sierra Greaves. I'm a bit biased because they're all Vic girls, but um, yeah, I think those girls really.
And Ash Centra, what a game she had on the weekend. It was 47 disposals, 4 goals.
Yeah,
That's just
same.
crazy.
So it's so good for her and so good for the game, just to see this amazing young talented players that are coming through for 2024 draft. It's going to be insane.
It's going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. And you can play as an inside midfielder and also a rebounding defender. What do you think are some of the key attributes of your game?
I think that key defending role. I played a lot of tagging roles in basketball, and would defend those key players. So I definitely love to be that rebounded defender and tag a player, but also attack the ball, drive legs, get those marks and tackle as well. And in midfield as well, just driving my legs.
Do you have a favourite position? Which one do you prefer?
Look, I love both of the positions. I feel like I'm a very versatile player, so put me in any position, I'm willing to take it on. But probably, I guess, just a halfback rotating into midfield.
It's such an exciting role to play. Who do
Yeah.
you think have been some of your favourite teammates to play alongside of the Sandy Dragons?
Yeah, look, Emily Goff, Jazz Shepherd, Annabelle Embleton. There's a huge range of the Sandy girls that I just love playing with. Obviously Goffy and Jazz I played with in Vic Metro as well, so that was just great to develop that key relationship, and yeah, just love playing with those girls.
And you've got a really close friendship with Emily Goff as well. Can you tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about how that sort of came about?
Oh, it just kind of happened. Like, we obviously played a lot of games together for Sandy, and then um and traveling as well over interstate. Sorry, we're playing in Vic Metro. We just had that key relationship, like grew on that, and we've seen each other ever since Sandy's finished, and yeah, just like a good friendship we got.
And with the AFLW draft combine, you ran the 20-metre sprint in 3.164 seconds, finishing fourth. Did you expect to do so well in the 20-metre sprint?
Oh, I guess I was going into the combine just wanting to give it my all, but also enjoy the whole experience. With an athletic background, playing, doing athletics when I was younger, that I love the sprinting and the 100 meter. So I was always good at that. So just giving it my all for that 20 meter sprint.
And how did you find the 2 kilometre time trial as well? You ran that in 7 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah. No, that was a huge goal and target that I wanted to improve on from, I think, before preseason for Sandy, my time trial was probably 8 minutes and maybe 20 or 30. So it was definitely something that I wanted to improve on. And I just trained for the 2K before the combine. And I was definitely stoked with my result.
How stressful and nerve-wracking was it to know there are going to be key recruiters, people from AFL, AFLW clubs there watching you?
Yeah, it was very stressful just looking up and seeing the recruiters around the stands and on the oval. But I knew that I was there for a reason, and they've looked at me already. They've seen my playing style. They know that I was what I was capable of. So just giving it my all and just having fun and enjoying the experience as much as I possibly could, and not letting the nerves, I guess, just upset me too much. But no, it was great to have those nerves as well.
And which clubs interviewed you in the lead up to the 2023 draft?
Yeah, so all the Vic clubs interviewed me and two of the Sydney clubs.
So did you nominate for the national draft pool or for the state Victorian draft pool?
I nominated for Vic State.
Do you ever think maybe down the track you might possibly move into state, or are you really happy at the Tigers and being based in Victoria?
Yeah, look, I'm so happy to be at the Tigers. It's a great, such a great club. I definitely nominated Vic because I wanted to stay at home for a bit longer, um just to get a job and stay with my family and save up as much as I possibly can. Definitely would love to travel interstate and move for a club, but I'm so happy with the Tigers, and I love their culture and the club as well.
And with the AFLW draft night, you weren't in person on the night. Where and how did you watch the draft and how was it?
Yeah, so I watched it from home. I had a lot of my friends, they came over, my family friends that have known me since I was a young girl. They all came over and we just sat at my living room and just watched the draft. And yeah, it was so good to have my family and friends over.
Did you have any idea that Richmond were going to select you in the draft?
Look, I didn't. I wanted to have a surprise. My manager told me that Tigers are looking at me. He also said that Hawks as well, and Geelong, and North. So I didn't really know where I was going to go. Definitely had no clue that I would be pick 13. That was insane. So, it was a massive surprise. Yeah.
What was it like being selected or taken so early on in the draft? You said it was a massive surprise. What was it like when you found out, geez, I've been selected with pick 13 here?
Mm. Yeah, no, it was a huge shock. I was just like shocked on my couch. All my friends were just screaming and shouting, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was just taking it all in, and yeah, just so grateful for that.
And you also played footy with the Port Melbourne Borough in the VFLW, playing
Yeah.
4 games. You averaged 10.3 touches, 2.8 marks, and 3.5 tackles. What was that opportunity like for you, given that they are affiliated with Richmond?
Yeah, no, it's such a good learning curve and experience because it's such a huge step up from Sandy Dragons. And it's just great to be back out there playing. Like I haven't played in so long, so for my first game for Borough, I was so excited and happy. And I definitely want to play more games, but that's all I'm playing this year.
Now, pre-season starts officially in June. When have the club told you that they're sort of expecting AFLW players to get back to training?
Yeah, so this week we've already had a couple of trainings, just getting back into it, some player-led trainings and just some optional trainings as well. But we do start pretty much next week, just getting back into it. Some of our players have been overseas traveling as well, so just getting back into it before June. It's definitely going to be a huge turnaround, but yeah, it's coming up close.
And what's the alignment between the Richmond AFL program and the AFLW program? How is it?
Oh, it's such a great alignment. Like as I said before, it's the Richmond Football Club has a great culture, great club, great teams, great coaching staff, and they're all so supportive, and you're never afraid to just go in and, you can go in and ask a question, do whatever you want, go to the gym. It's great. It's quite close to my house as well, so not too far away, but yeah, it's just great.
It's such an exciting time. How excited are you to be playing for the Tigers this year in the AFLW?
Yeah, I'm so excited. But definitely just wanting to go out there and work as hard as I possibly can, and put in those reps. But I'm so excited.
Do you have any particular goals for the upcoming season?
Yeah, one of my major goals is just to take the game on, but also really develop key skills that I haven't had previously, like making sure that, like, developing my kick so I can kick those short targets, and also just drive my legs, take it on, have fun out there as well.
Do you have any pre-game superstitions or rituals?
I actually don't. I normally have mum's really good chicken pasta the night before a game, but I don't really have any superstitions or specific warm-ups. I just normally just do whatever I feel like on the day and just keep the routine going.
Is there one club in the AFLW that you really dislike and you can't wait to, I guess, play against?
Oh, I don't dislike any of the clubs. I love them all, but I would love to go out there and play against the Swannies or the Giants.
Two Sydney clubs as well, the
Yep.
Swans. You
Yep.
you grew up supporting them. That would be exciting. If what
Yeah.
what would you do if the Tigers' first game this year is against Sydney? You make your debut against the Swans. What would that be like for you?
Oh, that'd be insane. It would just be a huge pinch me moment. Like, I probably wouldn't realize that that's the case. Yeah, going against a club that I've supported for all my life would be insane, and I would love to just take it at them and just defeat them. Yeah, it'd be insane.
Do the players and clubs have any idea when the AFLW fixture will be released?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I'm sure they would know sooner during the preseason.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Izzy. It was great to talk to you, and I can't wait to see you dominate out on the field, hopefully later
Oh,
this
thank
year.
you. Yeah, thanks so much. It's been an honor. Thank you.